we have a shocking trade update as Penguin star Erik Karlsson has been linked to multiple teams, and this indicates that a blockbuster trade is incoming, and this has Penguins fans absolutely fired up. Hello everyone, welcome back to Penguins Digest. My name is Nikash Ganguli. Hope everyone is having a great day, a great time whenever you guys are watching this. We have some trade ideas to cover for Penguin star Erik Karlsson because it does seem like he will be on the move in the very, very, very near future. Maybe as soon as training camp, which is just over a month away. So we're going to be discussing where Karlsson can go, what the Penguins could get back for him in these trades, and how it can work out for both sides and more. But before we do that, make sure you guys do, of course, subscribe to the channel. We are currently at 67% of viewers who are not subscribed. We're trying to get closer to 3,000 subscribers on the channel and 2,500 subscribers as well. So if you aren't subscribed to Penguins Digest and you're looking for some Penguins news throughout the offseason, hit that subscribe button and we'll bring you all the Penguins news in the most digestible fashion here on Penguins Digest. So with that being said, the offseason, as you know, it hasn't been the most eventful all around the league. We thought it would be. But the Penguins have been very active because they are one of the only teams that are selling right now. And someone that is certainly on the market is none other than Erik Karlsson, of course. So, this is an article from Bleacher Report discussing 4 trade packages for Erik Karlsson amid all the rumors surrounding him, of course. So, let's get into these trade rumors, these mock trades of what I think would work for the Penguins, what I think won't, and let me know also in the comments of what you guys think of each trade package and which one you guys do like the best. So, before we get into the trade packages, quick refresher on Karlsson, of course, making $10 million for the Penguins with retained salary from that San Jose Sharks trade, and of course in the past 2 seasons with the Penguins, in his first season he had 56 points and 11 goals in 82 games, and then he played 82 games again this past season, and had similar production with 53 points and also 11 goals. So, still a very, very, very solid NHL player, a very offensively gifted defenseman. We know there's more to be asked defensively for Karlsson, there kind of always has, but he's still an elite point scorer, and I think it's perfect time for the Penguins to move on from him. So, first mock trade is to the Carolina Hurricanes. So, the trade is the Hurricanes get Erik Karlsson. They have a lot of cap space, so this could make sense. And the Penguins get Shane Gostisbehere, a second-round pick, and a mid-level prospect. Personally, I don't think this trade makes a lot of sense for either side, to be honest, because if you look at Shane Gostisbehere's stats, they are like pretty much the same to Erik Karlsson's. As you can see in the past season with the Carolina Hurricanes, he played less games and still had 45 points, which is only 8 points less than Karlsson. And then in the season before that, with the Red Wings, he had 56 points in 81 games, which is pretty much comparable to Erik Karlsson, the same amount of points, basically. So for me, this doesn't make sense at all for the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know why either side would do this deal. Even then, I think if the Penguins got him, they would just trade him again later. So for me, this trade personally doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think the Hurricanes would do it. I think Gostisbehere fills in exactly what Karlsson does. You can see it from the stats. He still plays that power play for them. And the picks, to me, it just doesn't make sense for the Hurricanes to do. And I think the Penguins can do a lot better in terms of what direction they want to go. And Gostisbehere is just someone that would be Karlsson and would play the same role as Karlsson. So it does not make sense at all for me. So another trade they had here was Erik Karlsson actually going back to the Ottawa Senators. For Nick Jensen, a prospect, and a 2027 first. Obviously, the big get here is that 2027 first-round pick, and it would be cool to see Erik Karlsson go back to the Ottawa Senators, I think, for Sens fans. But we're not talking about the Sens on this channel. We're talking about the Penguins, and I still don't think this is a great mock trade for the Pittsburgh Penguins here. Nick Jensen is a solid defensive defenseman. His contract is also a little large for my liking. He makes $4 million until the end of 25-26, which is just next season, but I still don't understand. I guess the salary needs to match some way, so it doesn't make sense in that sense. But even looking at the 2027 first is not bad at all, but I think they still can get a better player. And the article also didn't mention what prospect it would be, just a prospect. It would have been nice if they picked someone, but the Sens they have some players to move around. I think Erik Karlsson would welcome a trade back to the Sens. I don't think the no move clause would matter there. The Sens are on the uptick in terms of they made the playoffs last year. They lost to the Leafs in 6, but they are trying to make the playoffs again next year. And Erik Karlsson, I think, would help with that. But they already do have guys like Jake Sanderson and Thomas Chabot on that defense court. Even a guy like Tyler Kleven, who's young. I think it would just be more of a novelty get if they got him, because Jake Sanderson put up a lot of points last year, and I also don't really see this for either side again. But it's kind of just like a would be cool for Erik Karlsson to go back to the Sens for the sunset of his career. Other than that, Nick Jensen is an okay, maybe second, third pair D-man. The notable thing here is the first, but it's in 2027. So I also don't see this trade really working out that well. A trade I don't really mind though is this trade to the Detroit Red Wings, where they get you get Carter Mazur and Shea Buyum, who is, I believe, the brother of Zeev, and a top 15 first round pick. I'm not sure what top 15 first round pick would mean if the Penguins or the Red Wings are good. Like, if the Red Wings are good, it's not a top 15 pick. Maybe it's a protected pick. And then someone like Mazur is okay. If we look at his numbers here, he's fine. As you can see, in his first season, in his first full season in the AHL, he had 37 points in 60 games as a 22-year-old. That's not that bad. I've said this a couple times in some other videos that the AHL is not really a high-scoring league. So I think if he does go there again, he'll put up more points. Of course, in 24-25, he only played 20 games, so maybe he was dealing with an injury, and then he only played 1 game in the NHL. So, not a whole lot going on over there as well. He's an okay prospect. Buyum's also an okay prospect, but I'm just really unsure what the value of Erik Karlsson really is in the NHL. To be honest, like, I think he's worth more than like a B chip prospect and a pick. I think he's worth more than that. Maybe name value is getting to me, but let me know in the comments what you guys think about that as well. I also think Erik Karlsson could put up even more points on a more offensively oriented team. Although I do think the Penguins have a very solid forward core right now. Maybe too good of a forward core if they're trying to get Gavin McKenna. But I'm really unsure what the league's value is, because this article has listed a bunch of different trade options, where it's like a roster player like Nick Jensen, who just, isn't that great. And then you have Gossespierre, which to me is literally just a different version of Erik Karlsson. I don't know what the plan is here, but I think the trade that I did like the most from this article, to me, was the one to the Dallas Stars. So money retained, obviously, because Erik Karlsson makes too much for the Dallas. But Ilya Lyubushkin, who is an okay third pair defenseman, the Penguins could probably flip him at the deadline. Kyle Dubas also acquired him while he was GM in Toronto from when they were the Arizona Coyotes. So there's some familiarity there. A second round pick, sure. And then Maverick Bourque. I think Maverick Bourque could be an interesting get for the Penguins, because there's been a lot of reports that they want to stay young and get younger. And Maverick Bourque is an NHL-ready player who's not that old. Just looking at his stats here, he's also 5'11", 181, so not too small, not too big. Only 23 years old. And in his first kind of full season in the NHL, he had 11 goals and 25 points in 73 games. Very solid. He was also a very good AHL player. And, even when he was in junior, he was extremely solid in terms of production. I know the QMJHL is a pretty high-scoring league, but he still did solid down there. And I think he would be a very cool get for Pittsburgh. He would fit a timeline of guys like Rutger McGrody and players like that as well. So I wouldn't mind this at all. He's a solid player. Also, the Dallas Stars desperately need defensemen. We just saw them actually trade Matt Dumba to the Penguins because they needed to do the salary cap dump. But they don't have a lot going on defense outside of guys like Miro Heiskanen and Thomas Harley. So Erik Karlsson, to me, would have fit perfectly there. And I think getting Maverick Bourque and a pick back is actually the best package available in this article. At least I don't know if other teams are in on him. Maybe you can turn that second into a conditional first or something like that. And I think it's a great package for Erik Karlsson. So with that being said, everyone, let me know in the comments what you think the best package for Erik Karlsson would be. And do you think the Penguins should trade him really soon, or see how he does and wait till the trade deadline? I think the deal would be harder to make than actually, because he makes so much money. But it does seem like he's going to be on the move very, very soon. So when he does inevitably get traded, we will be covering it right here on Penguins Digest. So whenever that happens, we'll have a video on that, of course. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about these trade packages in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Peace out, and have a good one as always.